Hi. I was just telling myself don't start the stream yet because I need to go upstairs. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to do this real quick. And then as soon as I get my footrest down, that's where I'm going. I will be back. Okay, I am back. So, yeah, yesterday I started out doing the, this where I'm putting together the, fireworks, and then all of a sudden I was like, we need to put in trees. So I started putting in trees. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you watch my Wheel of Fortune Jeopardy, since it's Saturday, beef brisket Rosa Parks. So while I was up there, my husband made it you know, inappropriate comment about that. Well, at least it's not repeatable on stream, you know. So, so I was kind of thinking, um, I've been working on this, um, for a while. I don't know how long actually. Okay, so this is the old copy of my world, not the one that I usually work on. And um I was working on it and then I was like, well, we need the cliff. So we started making the one that I've been working on since about January last year. Um yeah. Oi. So we're going all the way over there and we're going around this thing a couple more times. Um, we're probably going to end up having to go and build some more of that building over there. Assuming that we can remember what um, building materials we were using at the time. Oh, good. We're almost at the end. The problem is I'm making up the corners as I go along. Oh, that doesn't usually happen. Okay, so let's see if we can. I think we'll move that over, move that over, move that over, and move that there. Yeah. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. But it goes over here. Oh, I don't know. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Not the. Wait. There. Oh, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. Yeah, you're probably wondering what the heck. Well, I stayed up until at least 2 o'clock in the morning. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I stayed up until at least 2 o'clock in the morning working on this project. So, please pardon me if I seem a little off. I probably stayed up longer than that. Um, I had Pepsi. I didn't think it was going to affect me so much, because usually Coca-Cola keeps me up. But on occasion, um, it's the other way around, where Pepsi keeps me up and Coca-Cola makes me sleep. So, and if you're wondering why I'm wording it that way when most people call it Coke, um, there is another kind of Coke that, in some other parts of the world, um, is not the same thing. We'll just put it that way. So yeah. I got a little tiny bit more of my story done. Morgan walked into the living room and told Sean he was late for dinner, and Sean's a little worried, so he grips the shopping bag that he has a little tighter, and then he apologizes that he's late, and he's about to say that he already had dinner, thinking over a big decision, and he tried to make it as healthy as possible. He had, I didn't word it that way, but he had two all beef hot dogs from Costco, and, or at least that kind of hot dog, and fruit snacks for the fruit group, and I know soda. There was something else in there. I can't remember right now. Um, so I got very little done, but he's about to, explain that, and it'll be okay. Um, I'm still trying to figure out where to end it, because right now it says apology. So apology is 1, 2, 3, 4. Is him 1, 2, 3, 4. Is him apologizing that he was late. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I don't like that. It's just a little too close to the other tree. It'll probably make a big tree or close it off as a corner thing, and I don't like that. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So I put in a ton of trees yesterday, and I was doing, like I said, I was setting that up at the same time. I'm probably going to use those same dispensers on the way down, even though that's not the way it should be done. But I will figure it out somehow. But like I said, I'm going to probably use those same dispensers because once the trees grow in, hopefully before 4th of July, once the trees grow in, there will be no more room to use different ones. There's typically an opening in the middle, and that's it. So I will have to figure out how to use it the way that I have it already. Um, I think it'll work. I'm not entirely sure, but I think it'll work. So this is supposed to be the 4th of July fireworks for 2026, and it'll look really nice when it's done, I think. But I was thinking that, okay, so we do this every year, and it's for people like my mother-in-law that aren't supposed to be looking up in the sky to see fireworks, or Um, or, maybe people with disabilities that make it hard to get out to see the fireworks, but they can watch TV, you know. Um, or people like my parents who just don't feel like going out of the house to go see the fireworks because they know that there's going to be big old traffic jam. Because it is a little-ish town um, that they have the fireworks in, and it's like, what the heck? They used to have the fireworks go on Travis Air Force Base, but something happened and they decided to make it at the waterfront in Suisun. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Of course, my information could be totally out of date, but I don't think they would have changed it that much. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. That's perfect. That wasn't quite English that I was just saying, but um you know what? Let's add one more on each row. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So, anyway, I said that to say that, you know, of course there's going to be a 2027 fireworks. But I'm not done with the mountain yet. So, basically we're going to have to come up with a um a mountain and a mountain road. And we were coming up with it slowly, but in order to do that, in order to get it done on time, we'd have to um we'd have to work on it a little every day. I thought this mountain was never going to be finished, and then all of a sudden it was. So, and I was really happy. I wish it looked more Minecrafty. I know that doesn't sound quite right, but I wish it looked a little more Minecrafty because my mountain way too perfect lines and I get it, but that's what it's going to have to be because that's the way that you put in the roads. So, I was putting in, the whole entire mountain and it became a problem. It just got a little frustrating. So, because it's such a big mountain, it's going to be even bigger than this one. Um, Not necessarily taller. It probably will be though. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So not necessarily taller, but definitely bigger. I think that is such a weird thing. I decided to go and take all of the end, the very last puzzle on um on Wheel of Fortune and put it together with the last question on Jeopardy, and that is the title of my video. Because before I was wondering what the heck to call it. So today it's beef brisket Rosa Parks. One time it was chocolate PlayStation, and what was it? Something weird like handsome man Harry Houdini. Because the only other thing coming to mind was not really appropriate. Oh, that's gonna be fun. Yeah, that wasn't fun last time. Going around that corner. Oh, heck no. Okay, so we don't know who it belonged to. But that is a mansion that was on the top of Banshee Hill. When 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. When 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, 1, 2, 3. No, that'd be 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so you're probably saying that that didn't look so bad. One. But they're not all that easy. Definitely not all that easy. What the heck was I saying? Oh, yeah. Okay, so we don't know who lived in that mansion. Or if maybe, um, no, actually, I think I wrote that in. Um, that there was a family at the top of Banshee Hill, and, it's Katie's father's house. Or Patricia's father's house. I'm not sure which. But anyway, Patricia takes it over and makes it into a bed and breakfast. So, you know what? We're just going to put that right there. And we'll put another one of those right there. Yeah. Because another thing, I'm almost sure that God does not go and put his trees in perfectly every single time, like I do. But that was messing with my head, so I'm like, okay, we'll put them in perfect. Okay, so maybe, I'm not sure yet, but maybe we'll do a sneak preview, make sure everything works correctly. But I know for a fact that there's some problems with the little grand finales at the end of the streets. So, I don't know yet. We might have to do it tomorrow. Because this and one other thing besides having breakfast is something that I plan to do today. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. That works. Okay. Okay. 1, 2, 4. Yep. So I've been catching up on the videos, and I at least got okay on the Don't Stop Meowing family because I don't know how to say their last name. I'm assuming it's their last name. Um, I'm just assuming. I have no idea, but but um, they celebrate Ramadan because they're um, well, Arabic's their language. I don't know that that's a nationality, and how you could say like Spanish people speak Spanish and American people typically speak English. Um, British people speak English. You can usually go like that, and it's all good. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, that doesn't work. That kind of works. So when I can, I will get bone meal. And I will try to convince these trees to grow. But that's not now. Okay. Um, anyway, I will try to convince these trees to grow, and hopefully they'll see my way of thinking on growing. But I've had so many times when I was trying to bone meal the tree, and it did not want to bone meal. I've still got baby trees in in there. I've still got baby trees. So, yeah. This is supposed to look like a mountain road, like when you're going up to Tahoe. So, you know, Lake Tahoe. Um, yeah. Which, it's ridiculous right now. They want you to pay for parking. 1, 2, 3, all over the place. 1, 2, 3. Not just at the casinos. They want you to pay for parking at the grocery store too. Um, I don't know that I'm right or anything, but it might be cheaper riding the bus. But just just so you know, one time I did see a mama bear and her cubs dumpster diving from the bus. So, we saw it from the bus. I mean, so before you decide to go and do your grocery shopping from the bus, while you're on the bus, I mean, with your bus, with the bus as your mode of transportation, that's what I'm trying to say. Before you decide to do that, keep the mama bear and the two cubs in mind. Um, and totally okay. In my story here on Banshee Hill is a mama bear and her two cubs. Um, I don't think I actually said what kind of bears they are. I'm not sure. But if I didn't, um, they're probably grizzly bears or something. I don't remember what kind of bears are supposed to be in Ireland. But I try to make everything as accurate as possible. Like, I wouldn't, like, all of a sudden have Sean have a magic wand and magic powers and say Ashley have um well, yeah, I wouldn't have Ashley have the Force from Star Wars, and then I wouldn't have their kids have, like Marvel powers, where like maybe one of them can supercharge cards. I don't think they've had Gambit in there, but that's one of the people that I know their ability from X-Men. Or like I wouldn't have anybody be able to drain somebody else's powers. Um, and not be able to touch people. And I don't do it that way. I, have actual people abilities and it seems to work good. Well, actually, it seems to work more than good, but, um, yeah. This project is literally taking forever. Okay, wait a minute. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I don't know if that was supposed to be that way or not, but it works the way it is. I'm not rerouting it or anything. But anyway, we're trying to get the trees up to the, um, up to over there. Um, Hold on. Okay, so that's the porch. That's the front door. The porch is only important because, uh, in one, oh, okay, that's much better. Okay. That's Grandma Patricia's grave. She, everybody has to go sometime. Yeah, that's her. I was just thinking if, maybe they found her husband and buried them together. But so far, it's just Grandma Patricia. On the other hand, maybe he's at the bottom of the ocean because of enemy pirates. So I don't know. That's the problem with like not developing certain characters, all the way, is that you end up, needing their backstory a little bit more, and you'll want to sit there and um you want to sit there and explore it and maybe write it into the story, but I never put it in there because Grandma Patricia is a minor character. She's important, but like she's important because of the fact that um she pretty much became Morgan's mom after Morgan's mom died. Or did she just disappear? You have to read my books to find out, won't you? Um, yeah, because I had, okay, I had clear ideas that that certain people were just not going to be there. And then I was like, it's more interesting if you have them, um, if you have them in the story. So the thing is that, you think that they're gone and then surprise. Yeah. Wait, no. No, be there. So we're getting up there with the trees. Um, all of this right here. All of this right here is gonna have trees and um, all of this and see this isn't even filled in. Oh, because I was making it solid. Oh, I forgot about that. Okay. Anyway, if you follow that around, there's a bear cave over there in the far corner. But for some reason, Mama takes her cubs and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that works. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Anyway, for some reason, Mama takes the cubs all around the mountain. And I just realized there's like no food source for them in Minecraft. But I think if I put the berry bush in, then they'd get hurt. So, I don't know. There's, some kind of berry bush that hurts the player and the animals. So, well, I think it hurts the animals anyway. Um, I've been thinking that if I had one of those AI programs that does videos, I've never seen one before, but 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I think I have on YouTube videos. 1, 2, 3, 4. But like I haven't seen it in like real life. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like I haven't, seen somebody actually, um, definitely saying, okay, this is an AI video. But I would like to go and take, um, the storyline from my story, from my book. Well, like I said, I kind of think of it as it's a story until it is a book. So, anyway, I'd like to take, scenes from my story and make them a video. 1, 2, 3, 4. And, make them into a video And then, when I have it correct, put that in as, put that into my video, this kind of video, and, have an advertisement. And it would probably be, just so that way nobody misses out on it. It'll probably be like, say that scene they keep telling you about in Misfortune. Um, where you're left with, who are those people grabbing Hayden? Where are they taking him? Why? Um, is he going to live? Is he going to be thrown into the river, with cement shoes? You know, speaking of that, speaking of that, um, I watch pieces of Family Feud on YouTube because that's all they ever seem to show. One, two, three, four. One, two, three. I mean, I know that they show more than that. One, two, three, four. Anyway, I know that they show more than that, but it doesn't seem like it. Okay. But I'll go watch Family Feud on YouTube, and one of them is one of them was what is a gangster's I mean, where is a gangster's favorite place to put the unalived body? And and my first thought, seriously, because this actually happened way back when, and it would be really creepy. You're like swimming in the lake, and then all of a sudden, but in Lake Tahoe, they had a trolley, like a San Francisco trolley, going around the lake, and it was only um, for a while there. You could use your bus ticket, and then after a while, they decided, oh no, $5. So we didn't go on there very often after that. But when we did go on there, it was like when GPS was first being a thing. Um, so like, dispatch would uh, contact the bus driver and go, "Why are you in the middle of the lake?" And they're like, "We're sitting at Harrah's." Well, sitting near Harris because I can't remember what that actual stop is. Um, or like we're sitting at Heavenly, and they're like, it says something different on the GPS. And another time, one, two, three, four. Another time it said they were at North Lake and they were at a place called the Y. Wait, no. One, two, three, four. That's where the tree goes. Okay, and then we got a one, two, three, four. Sure. It's not exactly where it goes, but close enough. Um. Oh, no wonder his voice changed. Okay. I know, sounds so random. But okay, so I like I said, I'm trying to catch up on videos, and I'll probably watch that one again just to make sure. But I probably will watch that video over again. But I was watching TSMC Minecraft, Um, I want to make sure that it's that specific TSMC because he's the one that if you're stumped on building something for your world, he might have a tutorial for it. He will probably have a tutorial for it. Like, like I was stumped on how to build a church. Like I didn't know. And then all of a sudden it was like a match made in heaven. It was so cool. He came up with a little white church build. Or at least that's what I call it. He just calls it a little church or something like that. Um I can look it up in a little bit here. Anyway, he's just got this little church. And I'm like, that's perfect. Because I was saying yesterday there's a book coming up eventually here where uh Sean's sons, they're twins, Alan and Anthony. And I'm pretty sure it's Anthony that's got the girlfriend that is pregnant. Well, it's not his baby. It's some other guy's baby because the other guy forced his kiss upon the girl. And one, two, three. And the baby came about. So I don't know, that skyline back there, it looks like there's a building. I don't think there is. Anyway, so I'm gonna say it's Anthony because I can't remember one way or the other. But it turns out that he's supposed to have a date with his girlfriend, or they're getting married. Maybe they were getting married anyway. But I think he was supposed to have a date with his girlfriend, and when he gets there, it's all dark. And then this van pulls up, or maybe I was already there. I don't know. But anyway, I think the van pulls up, and then he's kidnapped, and he's blindfolded, and they can't tell what's going on. And the guy, uh, she doesn't want the guy that made the baby. Um, she wants her boyfriend, Anthony. So anyway, he gets walked into this church, and they're literally having a white shotgun wedding. They painted the shotgun white and everything. So, oh, you know what? I think that was the gun store. Oh, we need a gun store. Oh, just a minute. I don't know if it's the gun store or if it's the hardware store, but it sounds right to have a gun store. But I think it was a hardware. I think I had it at the hardware store. Which is kind of stupid now that I think about it. But anyway, gun store. Because where else are the pirates supposed to get their guns? And like most parents, don't want to be able to take their kid into the store with them, so like they probably wouldn't want the guns at the hardware store. Wrong. Okay. good. We're almost there. So if you want to know how I come up with the specific buildings, for my stories, that's it right there. I'm sitting there going, oh, we need a gun store. We need a sword store. Um, maybe. Because you can also buy them online. But it might make sense to have a sword store. Because in at least one book, wait, in at least one book, somebody is gifted a sword for their birthday. Of course, um, Ashley's husband has to go and hold her through a storm on her birthday one time. Because she's been very scared of storms ever since she was little. Because no, I don't like that. Okay, there, there, and there. Um, because when she was very little, she was 1 year old. She saw lightning hit her mother's horse. I mean Morgan's horse. She's she saw lightning hit the horse. The horse never came back up, and she thought Hayden and like Hayden, William, and Jake were toast too. But that wasn't the case. Just not trying to spoiler alert anything, but um, can't leave you thinking that they perished too, and which wouldn't make any sense because Hayden and Jake and William are in a lot of the books. Of course, I do something a little horrible. One, two, three, four. I was thinking, okay, so I was having a actually I was having a dream, and like Heidi is playing jacks on the floor. Um, oh my goodness! If you don't know what that is, please look it up. It's a game with a bouncy ball, and you're supposed to catch the jack, or you're supposed to bounce the ball, catch the jacks and the ball, and whoever catches the most jacks wins, I think, if I'm remembering correctly. I don't know that I ever knew the rules, so but I think that's it. Um anyway, she's playing jacks on the floor, and she probably has a coloring book and color crayons um and all this stuff, but she is pastor's wife. So she's at least 50, 60 when this is happening. But in her head, she's 7. In her head, she's 7. She asked for a green vegetable that I can't remember right now. Um, I'm pretty sure it's green vegetable that I will eat, like broccoli. Um, so anyway, she thinks that she's 7. Well, Luke is the pastor, so it's Luke and Heidi. Um, and um, he fades in and out too. Sometimes he's normal, and sometimes he goes into like pastor mode, and he's definitely preaching that Noah should not be with Holly because she's unclean, kind of thing. Um, 'Cause she had a lot of boyfriends before she settled on Noah, but it's because she was trying to get Noah's attention and he wasn't falling for it yet. Like, he was too scared to date her. It's not that she didn't have his attention, it's just that, um, he was a little scared to date her. Like, I don't necessarily want to say shy, but, like maybe he was shy when it comes to her, because that's the girl that he wants to keep for the rest of his life. And so it's like they grew up together, and all of a sudden he's wondering how to talk to her like boyfriend and girlfriend because they they never talked like that before, and then all of a sudden they are talking like that, and maybe he doesn't know how to navigate, something like that. Or the way he says it is that he was too chicken or she had a boyfriend. Anyway, and somewhere along the line, um, something happens to Holly, and the enemy pirates get that kiss. So I'm trying to keep it as streaming friendly as possible. But anyway, the enemy pirates got that kiss, and so Luke kind of thinks that, yeah, not like when he's talking to her, he's not saying unclean, unclean all the time, but he's kind of thinking, I don't want Noah to date you because uh, because of life choices, but that wasn't a life choice. What she did after that was, but that specific thing wasn't a life choice. So anyway, um, I'm sorry if I didn't say it. I was up until like 1, 2, 3, 4. I was up until like 2. Um, Maybe longer than that. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I may continue to yawn. Um, but yeah, I was up doing this. And this project is annoying as all heck. Getting it just right, trying to figure out the corners, um, putting in the fireworks, all of that. Um, the fireworks themselves have not been put in yet. If it's got a light next to it, the fireworks are not there yet. Oh, hey, yay. See, this kind of explains, um, see the dispensers, there's just enough room in the middle to shoot off a firework. Um, Not in all the spots, but enough of them. And so, the The trees are a little too close together. Yeah, you would think seven apart would be a good thing. Well, it's one, seven, so it's eight, nine. You would think that nine, uh, uh, nine wide would be okay, and it's just not. So, but for the most part, the trees are exactly where I want them to be, and eventually they will all grow, and it may not be until 2027, but eventually they will all grow. And I was very grateful because, oh, wait a minute. Okay, so I was very grateful yesterday because one of the one of the parts that I was worried the firework would land in the wrong spot um, is the bridge from the hotel to the parking garage, and I was really worried that it would be um, that the firework would go right there where the bridge is. But it ended up actually that it was just before it and after it. So I was really happy about that. Um, so the method to my madness here is, you put down the dispenser and then you go 50 and you put down another dispenser. Or in this case, 1, 2, 3 tree, 1, 2, 3 tree, 1, 2, 3 tree. I don't know. That sounded like it was gonna be a cute little song, but I couldn't think of anything besides 1, 2, 3 tree. So, of course, that probably would have quickly gone to 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, which was on um, the Mary Martin Peter Pan. Um, seems weird. Okay, so it seems weird to me that they'd use a girl for a guy part. But on the other hand, if you've ever seen ballet, um, I know that they use, like I know that they use a specific system. I mean, a specific thing to make it look like they're just people. They're not, they don't show off that the guys are guys. What? Oh, okay, I'm confused. I am confused. Okay, all of a sudden there's a bunch of trees here, and I'm confused because I don't remember putting them in. But they probably got put in before, or just yeah. See, and then there's more trees. Okay, maybe I didn't go back to the spot that I was at before. I don't know. Is it just me, or does it seem like we're not getting anywhere? Okay, here we are. Anyway, it's going to take a while, but hopefully we're going to get it done. We've only got about 2 months because this is the 25th of April. We've only got 4 days in, well, 3 days in July. Because the fourth day we're going to post this. I usually do it that way where I post it on the 3rd of July and, um, I set it up to come out, um, after stream, which I hope is, before 2 o'clock. Um, because, if you're a little kid, you might want to watch the fireworks a little early. Or if you're like a really little kid and maybe you love fireworks, but you just can't stay up that long because either you've got a bedtime or I mean, usually you have a bedtime and you're like so stuck in falling asleep at that time that you're like, oh man, I missed it. So this way, the kids are distracted before the real fireworks. But I can definitely tell you, even with the redstone, because of the redstone, or yeah, even with the redstone, this is gonna be a long thing. I think last year was like 2 hours or something like that. Um, I remember when I was a kid that, the fireworks went on for a good hour. One, two, three, four, or at least I think it did. I'm pretty sure it did. I think like I said, I think the fireworks went on for a good hour. So, the fireworks nowadays, it's not the same. I really want to go to South Lake Tahoe, but I don't know how I would get into the one, two, three, four. I don't know how I'd get into the truck bed. I really don't. So we're getting up to that point where, um, where we can just go and fill that in and put in the trees. And I literally think if I do it that way, then I will, if I go and fill that in little at a time, like I've been doing, I won't be done till way after July. So I think I'm just gonna put a layer over it like I did in my other build and just pretend that it's finished. But it's supposed to be, a solid ground thing. Oh, see, it goes up again. Oh, I was trying to explain that earlier. Okay, so I was watching a TSMC video, and, because I always say it correctly the first time and then just call them TSMC after that. Because I found out that there's other TSMCs on YouTube. But anyway, all of a sudden his voice changed, and I'm like, what the heck? And it turns out it went to a farm sim video. by DJ Goham. And it's like, that makes sense why his voice is a little gruffer and no longer, um, no longer um, British. You know, well, I think it's British anyway. Because that's where he lives. That area. And it's kind of funny because he's always saying, he's always saying, we have this in the UK and we have this in America. And he really wanted to build that because, he really wanted to build the thing from America because, they don't have it in the UK. And, it's kind of cool. He's built like every restaurant, seemingly 16 times, especially McDonald's. I don't know if I can eat at McDonald's. I have not tried since since my surgery last year. So, I don't think I want to, bombard my stomach with that kind of abuse, but, um, it could just be that McDonald's, but, I had a really bad stomach ache, like I was having a baby, and it wasn't good. I didn't like it. Not a happy time. It's supposed to be like Disneyland, where it's like the happiest place on earth. And okay, I mean, like everybody eats McDonald's, but that day I was like, oh heck no. And then it turned out, okay, so my stomach didn't like milk. It really just it really did not like milk at the time. So I'm like, you know, can't really make it worse. So one, two, three, four. Can't really make it worse. Let's go and try this, and that's what fixed it. So I'm wondering if maybe I needed my gallbladder out then, and but it wasn't a stabbing pain thing like it was last year. It was a just a yucky tummy, can't function properly. It just, it was not a good thing. So I went and had the milk, and it's like, oh, okay, that fixed it. That's all good. So it might be one of those things where I could probably have it with, like I could have it with milk, and it would be great. It'd be fine. But I don't know. Okay. Ow. So I don't know why. Okay, I don't know why when it happens on my right hand, because I never smacked those fingers. Ow. Anyway, I never smacked those fingers. But I understand it when it's the left hand. But I got a sore finger right now, so. Oh, I thought she was over there. The way you were talking. Uh, if I can, I'll show you something she likes even more. No. So, our cat Bobby is up on my desk, and my husband was talking to her. I thought she was over at her cat tree because, because of the way he was talking to her, but she's actually on the desk. And he was saying that, he was able to give her a tummy rub one time. You usually have to have a cat's, total trust. I know. Anyway, you usually have to have, your cat's total and utter um, trust to do a tummy rub. And Bobby, like, didn't trust us for the longest time. She's like, okay, this is not home. I don't want my dogs with me. She was, basically just misattitude because, she all of a sudden lived at our house. So even though she knew both of us, um, it's like a whole new world, and she didn't like that at first, but we got to the point, like if I walked up to her and she was trying to claws first, um, I'd go, um, I go stop that, or something like that, and I probably don't do it the right way. You're supposed to calm them down and all that, but like if you're gonna give me attitude, I'm gonna give you attitude back. But I don't do it in a super mean way or anything. I just make sure that they know that that behavior is not okay. And I don't smack them or anything. I just keep talking to them. So at first Bobby was like, "Oh heck no, you're not my mama," and she's gotten used to me. Like I don't think, I'm not sure, but I don't think my sister and family really talk to Bobby that much. But like every day, I make sure to talk to all three cats. So, and only part of that is because I'm a little worried that, because of his age, not because of his health, because he is totally healthy as far as I can tell, except for his tail. Ben's definitely got a spot on his tail that is just, and instead of being black, it has definitely decided to be white. And I'm very confused about that. If we had the money, I'd be taking him into the doctor just to make sure. But, as soon as I'm done with this mountain, because, like, everything else is, set up, ready to go, pretty much. As soon as I'm done with this mountain, I need to start brushing his teeth. Um, the doctor said that Ben needs his teeth brushed, but I can't get him to, I can't get him to let me brush his teeth. He didn't like it. I want to get him to where he's okay, fine, brush my teeth, fine. Yeah. But I don't know if it's like the toothpaste and he doesn't like it. Because it's fish flavored. You would think fish, cat. No. Our cats do not like fish flavored unless it's tuna out of mama's can. And that doesn't work. It doesn't work because he's not used to it. You gotta do certain things from when they're a kitten. Like, I know a cat, he is perfectly fine with his mama brushing his teeth. Um, part of the don't stop meowing family. His name's Chase, and she like found him in a abandoned in a building or something like that, and they took him home, and that's how they got him. And then I don't remember how they got the two girls, but their most recent cat, she was pregnant, but like um apparently if she would have had the babies, none of them would have survived. I don't understand that at all whatsoever. But anyway, so they unalived all the kittens while they were still inside her. And the original people that had her left her in the cemetery, which is really weird because the Don't Stop Meowing family was there for their cat Sky because she passed away last year. And and I think I remember um, um, like Coral went first and then Sky, their cat, and I was like, at least she's still there with you. And then I explained that Coral wasn't, and because they were like, they were a little, how you get a little bit upset because you got to take care of your loved one, because they can't take care of themselves. They were like that, and then they were feeling guilty because they were feeling like that, and she was having to have medicines and special feedings and all that stuff. And oh wow, it's 10:15 already. It's crazy. Okay. Dang. Okay, I don't understand how I did that, but we'll figure it out. Okay, so then 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stop that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Anyway, so it just happened to be the same place uh, where they had Sky buried, and it was like this cat kept walking up to them and totally acting not scared or anything like that. Like, please take me home, you know, and it was really cool. And, then they had uh then they had their two cats chasing Millie, and then they had Princess. And I think, pretty sure, that Taj is the one that named Princess. So what's the deal on um the pancake dog things? Does it actually work? No frozen spots? Okay. So normally we get, I think it's Jimmy Dean for pancake on a stick. I mean, the sausage and the pancake wrapped around it on a stick. We usually get Jimmy Dean, but this time we decided we'd try Great Value because it was cheaper. Um, a lot cheaper. Okay, he says like half the price cheaper. I don't remember, a lot of things have been happening since then, but mostly this, Minecraft stuff. You're the one that told me to build my world in Minecraft, and I'm the one that told me to turn it into a fireworks display. Excuse me, you detriment to the rest of the household. No, you go to work, but you don't do anything at home. Hey, I'm working on it. I am. Well, I guess. Yeah, that's better. Okay. If I can just get done with these trees, I could start doing the firework thing again. I might go all the way back to the first one with the sea lanterns and fill that up. I think it was rainbow color. I'm not entirely sure. And all I need to do is put in the fireworks and it's all good. And yeah, so I literally yesterday ran it all the way out to the lake and back again. And I'm not. Bless you! Anyway, I'm not entirely sure how I'm gonna um, get back going, because I made a mini grand finale at the lake. I thought that would be, perfect. It ended up that I had to go and have a couple of spots in there where um, it's where the cart's going to be running down the track and there's going to be no fireworks going off. But it's not going to last very long and it's going to be like a really short intermission. So it's not going to be too bad. Um, one, two, three, four. Uh, the best way to explain intermission is like you got a 3 hour movie and they stop it so you can go, uh, they stop it after a certain time, um, long enough for everyone to go to the bathroom and get more popcorn and stuff. I say it that way because we have a movie called The Happiest Millionaire with Fred McMurray and Leslie Ann Warren and a bunch of other people who were apparently, you know, very. I don't know if they were very famous at the time, but they were probably famous enough, and I just don't know them. But I know Leslie Ann Warren from Happiest Millionaire, but I also know her from a version of Cinderella and another movie called Clue. Clue has, I think it's Martin Mall. I think. I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, it definitely has Tim Curry and Madeline Kahn. It's got that guy from Earth Girls Are Easy, but that's like the only other thing I've ever seen him on. The surfer dude, if you've seen the movie Earth Girls Are Easy. Um, and I thought it was so weird because, like, I didn't notice that at first. I was kind of looking at him like, in one of the two movies, I was kind of looking at him going, I've seen him I've seen him somewhere before, and I didn't know where. Oh yeah, and it's got Christopher Lloyd from the Back to the Future movies, the one that played Doc Brown. He also plays Judge Doom on Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Thank you. um, he's on a movie called I think it's called The Dream Team, and they're like trying to get they're four mentally handicapped guys. I think it's four. Um, anyway, it's like four mentally handicapped guys, but they were going to a baseball game, I think, with their group. And the one problem is that if I remember correctly, they get away from the group. But I don't remember anything else from that movie. I must not have seen the whole thing. Like I saw maybe the first 5 minutes of it, and then I was going over to my mom's or something. Um, my parents are divorced. Mama's, not mom's. Sorry. Anyway, I was going over to her house, to spend the weekend. Um, it was, it was fun. We used to have, one, two, three, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. We used to have Monopoly on the original Nintendo. And I wish they would bring that version of Monopoly. The original. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. Anyway, the original. I wish they'd bring that to um, Xbox because right now I have a version where um, you're like stealing the properties from other people. Anyway, it's not the same, and it's kind of a side scroller. So I went and downloaded that onto my computer, and I'm like, okay, I've got Monopoly now. No, it's not Monopoly. It's I think it's called Monopoly Madness, and it's totally different from the original. So like I want just the regular original. That's all. And I want Scrabble, and I want Scrabble. I want I don't know. I don't know how I do not know how you would play Scrabble with just one person against a computer bot because, what if the computer can't spell? Excuse you? You know, I've asked HG, you know, has spelled something, and like, like I was asking her how to spell 29 or 29th, 29th, and she put 29th. And I'm like, that's not what I'm trying to find out. I'm trying to find out how do you do it in letters. So, so sarcasm achieved. She goes and says 29th in numbers. It's like, I really, really, really want to talk to the person who programmed my home device because, well, yours seems to understand. Because like yesterday, I was trying to ask something very simple, and it was trying to give me directions to the area that I was asking about instead of telling me what lake is there at the time. And it was Lake Mead. So I don't remember where I've heard Lake Mead from before, but I know I've heard of it. I just didn't know where it was. Of course, there were some videos yesterday playing on YouTube that I was like, where is that? And they were all places in California. Well, no, excuse me, most of them were places in California. It specifically said places in California that you may not want to visit or something like that, you know? Um, something about ghost towns in California. So, yeah, a couple of them were in Nevada. Nevada is not California. California is not Nevada. And I think it would be interesting, at least, if, they divided California in half and decided that it was going to be, a little smaller. But, I think they came up with the problem of, do we cut it in thirds? Do we cut it in half? You know, I think that's the reason why they haven't done it yet is, like the greater LA area should definitely be one piece, I think. And then like that whole middle part where it's kind of a no man's land, that maybe ought to be its own thing. And then like, the greater San Francisco area, that ought to be another part. Well, no, it's not breaking it into counties, really. It's breaking it into recognizable places. But then on the other hand, would Sacramento stay the Northern California state capital, or would they change it to San Francisco? Because like I kind of think that the I think that the state capital ought to be a known place. And I thought it was, but because like Nevada, you would think Reno is the state capital, but it's Carson City, Nevada. And oh, what was that? Somebody was gonna name uh somebody was talking about naming something Sparks, and I wanted to tell them that's a city, right? Yeah, a city in Nevada. Literally, it's like right on the outskirts of Reno. It's a suburb. Like Sacramento is Sacramento, but then they also have North Highlands, Rio Linda, some other places that I don't remember right now. Suburbs. Or people say I don't see how that's a suburb, but people say that where we came from, Fairfield, California, that's a suburb of San Francisco, but I don't understand that because it's too far away. Oh, he says it's the next closest major city. That's not true. Because, ooh, that would be a brutal. That would be a very brutal commute. That would be a very brutal commute. So it's like over 100 miles to. Yeah, it is. He says it's 50 miles, but I could have sworn when I was a kid that it was over 100. But whatever. It takes more than an hour to get to San Francisco from Fairfield. No, because if there's gonna be a traffic problem like that, it should have been the other way around. Where okay, so if this is the front side, this gotta be the front side, because that's where the zigzag is. I don't remember what I was gonna ask, but I'm very confused right now. We better finish the trees down here too. Um, yeah, I'm just getting a little confused here. Um, part of the tour problem is that this takes so long to get up and down. But it should be a lot easier with the redstone bricks in place. Redstone blocks, redstone bricks. I don't know. Whatever you call it. It's supposed to be super dark. The whole entire thing is supposed to be super dark because that's the time of day I put it at. And it doesn't do that. It's like all lit up right now because of the moon. It's not supposed to be like that. I know, but I had it at super dark because of the fireworks. I wanted it to be, the fireworks are the thing lighting up the world, sort of. So we're probably going to end up in Carson City for the fireworks this year, and they will be posted right after they happen. Um, or as soon as I get home, and then right after it happened. But usually I set it up to, or at least last year I set it up to go directly onto YouTube as soon as it was done. Partly because we needed to sit there for a little while. We still had the old truck then, huh? Last year fireworks. Yeah, we had last year's truck. Last year's truck. Like we buy a new one every year. No, we don't. Um, okay, so um when we moved here to Carson, we bought a white truck, a used one, and we used that one until it wasn't usable anymore, or pretty much wasn't usable anymore. Traded that in for a uh, Subaru. Is that when we got the Subaru? Yeah, traded that in for a Subaru because my sister and niece were with us at the time. So we thought we were going to need a nice family vehicle. Well, then they moved back um, wherever my brother in law was. Um, I, I don't remember. Anyway, my brother in law had been being a jerk, and my sister's like, "Well, I just can't handle it." So they came with us, right? So anyway, he gets the or that might have been before that actually, with the ex-boyfriend. Uh yeah, yeah, I think uh my niece's father. Um she was with my niece's father at the time, I think. I'm not entirely sure, but anyway, um so uh they came to our house, and he ended up going home. He'd never been out of California before. He'd never been away from his parents before, um, or at least not for a really long time. And so, anyway, he couldn't handle it. He ended up going back home. Um, then the second time they came to live with us, I think, is when we got Subaru. And uh, I don't remember all the little details, but I know that, something happened, and, she decided to come live at our house for a little while. And, okay, so that's all the trees there. Go over here, put in more trees. But we're almost there, because yeah, that right there is the front door. And that road goes behind the building for more parking, because I totally forgot about the parking in the back. Um, I made this all up off the top of my head, um, because of the fact that there's some stuff in the storyline where it's okay. There's some stuff in the storyline where, like, I said something, and um, like the one scene it was this way, and the next scene it was this way. So so because of that, my husband suggested, I really wanted to build something in Minecraft, but I did not know what to build. And he's like, "Well, why don't you build your story so we can both see it?" And there's a whole bunch of things where he's like, "I thought it would look this way. And then and that's how I write it. If you think that it's supposed to look this way, then it's supposed to look that way. But if it ever becomes a movie or a TV show, it's going to be the way that I envisioned it in my head. Um, like, like if you envision Mitch as a one, two, three, four, as a um, two, three, four. Okay, so I envision Mitch kind of having the body type of Dominic Toretto on the Fast and Furious movies. but maybe you envision him as a black guy, or maybe you envision him as a French guy, you know? I mean, he's supposed to be French American anyway, so, like his mother's French and his father is, from New York City. I think I I think that's what I came up with. Um, anyway, I'm kind of toying with the idea of I thought of it last night, or maybe earlier, this morning. Anyway, whenever I did it. Okay, so I there's supposed to be a um 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so there's supposed to be a storyline in there where they're having a sleepover in the dining room. I don't know why the dining room. Probably. Oh, actually, I do know why the dining room, because a whole bunch of the beds that they had in the that they have on the ship were rotted and needed to be needed 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, needed to be replaced. Well, they hadn't gotten to them yet, so that would make sense. Have a sleepover in the dining room because it's the biggest room, and I don't think, I'm not entirely sure. The ship's got stabilizers, so it's not going to be like that coffee commercial way back when, where they're like, we're having what's another famous coffee besides Folgers? Yeah. Yeah, like it's a Folgers commercial, and they're having Maxwell House on the green deck or whatever, and everybody went over to that one, and the ship was literally leaning that direction. Um, I would hope that would never happen to a ship ever, but it's bound to happen after a while. So anyway, it was a it was an old coffee commercial. I don't actually remember what company it was. So if I got the company wrong, I'm so sorry. Um, I I was trying to read somebody's name earlier for Jeopardy, and I'm like, I probably just butchered that. Yeah. Yeah, I probably got it really, really, really wrong. Usually I will go and try to pronounce it, and then if I'm pretty dang sure that I got it wrong, I will go, I am so sorry. If I got that wrong, I'm so sorry. But one of the names, I think it was a French kind of name, and or at least from that part of the world, and I was like, I ain't even trying. Because it was a interesting spelling, like Lumiere, but a lot longer. So I don't know what the name actually was. Okay, and then I need to stop and eat something. But we still have about 14 minutes. I don't know. Okay, I don't know why I just started talking about time all of a sudden. And then I'm like, on my stream one day, and ever since I've been bugging myself, going, oh, we only got 14 more minutes. It's like, I don't know why I started saying that. But I'm trying to, I'm trying to end on time today. I've got a few things to do, like eating. And, I will probably stay on here and try to finish these trees and get the mountain, grassed over. Try to fill in the grass so there's not a big gaping hole back there. I just hope the trees grow in enough time, because if they don't, I'm gonna have a problem. If I don't, it's gonna look like like God or the Arbor Day Foundation planted a bunch of trees after a big fire and it hasn't grown in yet. Okay. Oh, it can't. Well, yeah, it like can't go there though. And if you notice, there's not really room for a bear to walk around, especially a bear with her kids. So it's supposed to be in one of the books that like Sean parked his truck, say right here, or well, say right here. Um and Mama is over here and the babies are over there. So how's Sean supposed to get to his truck? Okay, so we're gonna go over here. Okay. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I really don't like that, but we're stuck with it. So now there's room for uh now there's room for a bear to walk around. So I don't know if it's true or not, but there was a video on a short video on YouTube earlier that said this guy forgot to lock forgot to shut one of his windows, and when he went on a business trip, and obviously he forgot to lock it if he forgot to shut it, and a mama cat went in and had kittens on his bed. Well, he wasn't able to get mama and the kittens off the bed at first because she's snarling, she's like, you're not touching my babies, and all that stuff. And then eventually they made friends, and I guess he had a cat. Oh, can't do that. I've got a rule: the tree cannot go past that spot. Would you stop that? Keeps trying to put the tree one spot over from where I want it. Like that. Okay. Anyway, the hot dog's the sausage on the stick with the pancake around it is actually really good. Oh, this probably can't go where I have it either. Dang it. And we were so close. Oh, dang it. Okay. Yeah, they're gonna have to be two apart. Not that. Okay. Well, what I could have done is gone and put in the trees, so I wouldn't have to go and figure out exactly where they need to go. Like that, you know. Um, 'cause this is one of the things that is a big problem with this project is that I'm trying to put in the trees and oh boy, I just realized something. The inside the mansion needs to be, uh, needs to turn off the lights. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, perfect. There. There's a song that is kind of stuck in my head right now, and I don't know where I heard it. I want to say it's from. I want to say it's one of the songs from Phantom of the Opera, where there's a girl. A female singer and a male singer. But I'm not sure. Haven't heard it in a while. Okay, so that would be like right here, but that's not gonna happen. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sure, sure, we'll put it there. Okay, so then 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Okay, so then that and 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll put that there. Okay. Um. Anyway, I can't remember his name right now, but there's he calls himself a heavy metal singer, and he, has the long hair and everything for being a heavy metal singer. But he's also good at singing like Phantom of the Opera, Amazing Grace. Although some of Amazing Grace, if I remember correctly, wasn't exactly what I was envisioning. But anyway, he does, some other kind of music genres too, and he's a good singer. Okay, so what? Sure. Well, I guess we could do that. Um, Wait, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, okay, we can do that. It's gonna be a little weird, but we can do that. Okay. I'm sorry if this is making you a little dizzy. Or seasick, I am definitely sorry if it's making you seasick. I'm not trying for seasick, I'm just kind of afraid that that's what's happening. Okay, so right here. And right here. I know that's only 2, but it will have to do. Oh. I don't know. 1, 2. Okay. No. Right here. And then that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That doesn't work. I don't know. We'll Just do it that way. Right here? Yeah. Okay. See, I look at it and I go, that's not right. It's got too many. And then I'm like, yeah, it is right. I don't know. It's like this is supposed to. No, that didn't work. It's supposed to be that, people are going to want to come here. They're going to want to eat dinner. That happens in one of the books is that, people are having a meal at the bed and breakfast, and this one guy has a cold, and he sneezed on Sean 3 days ago, and his wife can't take care of him. One, two, three, four. Oh yeah, his wife can't take care of him because she's pregnant. They won't let her. Um, yeah, they won't let her take care of him, so he has to be taken care of by the doctor. You know, um, which is okay. That's fine. He's not one of those guys that I'm not going to the doctor unless I'm dead. He's not one of those people. Or actually, usually people say I ain't going there unless I'm dying. If they're going to be that silly about it. Um, you know, like Jim Henson, he had a really bad cold and it turned worse, and that's why he's no longer with us. Kermit the Frog and all them. Um, I mean, yeah, Kermit the Frog's still with us, but Jim Henson, his creator, is not. I was like, how could you do that to yourself? And, if, okay, I still want to believe that maybe Robin Williams didn't do himself in and that it was just a very clever somebody that, made sure that they were wearing gloves, made sure to not leave fingerprints and uh, not have the chair over there. Um, I think they said that the chair was right under him, and but the way that they said it um, was like there was no way that he could have done it without help, you know. But anyway, I don't want to believe that it was him. I want to believe that it was one, two, three, four, like a crazed fan or something that wanted to release his essence into the, uh, into the atmosphere so he'd live on forever. Yeah, but obviously that person wasn't thinking of it that way. If it was a person. I mean, but if Robin did it, how do you get that depressed that nobody notices? Even somebody who's manic depressive like that, uh, I think there would be signs, his family would have noticed. I don't know. But anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna be doing this probably the rest of the day until I get all the trees in. Oi! And then as soon as I'm done with the trees, I've got to do the fireworks. And as soon as I'm done with the fireworks, I can record it. What? I think he's complaining about gas on. Um. Oh, okay. I thought he was playing Farm Sim. He's playing something else. Astroneer? Mars what? What? Wedding Mars? Surviving Mars. He's playing Surviving Mars. Um. Okay. Now this would be 1, 2, 3, 4 kind of thing. 1, 2, 3. No, that doesn't work. Yeah, that doesn't work. All because I wanted to put the trees in a certain way. Okay, wait. That would go there. That would go there. Yeah. Okay, so then 1, 2, 3, 4. Huh? I don't know. Okay, wait a minute. Yeah, let's see if we can do it. Oh, that's why that's not having trees there. Because it's not a 3, it's a 2. I'll figure it out. Figure it out. Figure it out. Dun, 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 dun. Figure it out. That was on Sesame Street years ago. But it's been so long, I don't remember the words besides figure it out. Or, or cooperation makes it happen. Cooperation, working together. But I don't remember more than that. Okay. On that one, I think they were doing, a community garden thing. And, um, like I think it started out maybe that somebody was having an argument with somebody else. It needs to be this way. Like say we need to plant, green crops, and the other person saying we need to plant red crops, you know, something like that, and then they come out with the song Cooperation. Um, I may be totally making that up too. There. Okay. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. So that wouldn't be there. It would be there. And then, okay, yeah, we're good. And then, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. That'd be here. Told you I'd figure it out. So far we haven't figured out the over there part, but we'll figure that out too. Like I said, it's okay for the trees to get, well, I didn't say it that way, but it's okay for the trees to get a little bunchy at the corners. I don't actually like the idea of the trees being a little bunchy at the corners, but it's okay, you know. And for you who do not understand bunchy, where there's a lot of trees in one spot. Oh yeah, if I can, I need to figure out a way to, um, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. If I can, I need to find out a way to, get my fingers to not hurt so I can make dinner. But I do need both hands to make that recipe. Sometimes. Not very, not very much, but enough. Mostly I need my right hand, but, okay, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And then a 1, 2, 3, 4. And then that. So it's a little funky going up and down the side of the mountain over there, but it'll work. Because all we're trying to do really is get the trees to grow. Problem is, I think we need photosynthesis, which means that we need the sun. 3, 4. To help grow the trees, but I don't know how we would do that. Because I like the world nice and dark the way it is for the fireworks. One, two, three, 4. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I'm sorry, it's past 11 right now. Okay. So, I read books. They're available on Amazon in hardback, paperback, and ebook. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great. Okay. That doesn't belong there, but we're gonna go with it. Okay. So, Pirate's Daughter, Misfortune, and Hard Times are all $26 each for the hardback. Esperanza's Party is 24 for the hardback. 25 is The Island for hardback, and Lessons in Love is 27 for the hardback. Unfortunately, I don't have the denominations for the other countries, but my books do ship to everywhere that Amazon ships to, and they're available for free shipping. And Coral, the children's book, it is not available for hardback at this time. Okay, so all of my books are $20 for the paperback, except for Coral, that is $6. And then $2.99 for Coral's ebook. Pirate's Daughter is $3.05. Esperanza's Party is $3.05. All others are $5. If you are watching me on Twitch right now, please follow and chat. If you are watching me on YouTube right now, please like, share, comment, subscribe, notification bell, and please get those valid public watch hours up. Please buy my books, and as soon as I get to a stopping point, I will see you in the next stream or video. Okay, I think that'll do. I will see you in the next stream or video.